Hello, this is Chris Barton with SGN Cyprus, giving you some good news that I'm hearing from around the world. And I'm joined today by Martin Fair, who's a minister in the Church of Scotland, and lives in Arbroath, but he's just moving to Edinburgh for a bit as well. And we've just had some good stories from hearing from Martin recently, and it's great to have you with us, Martin.
And great to be with you, Chris. Of course, you spent some years in Arbroath and we knew you so well, so it's nice to connect with you even though you are elsewhere right now.
Thank you. Martin, you're a minister in the Church of Scotland, and you were inspired to do something unusual during the lockdown period. Can you tell the audience a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, we were speaking to my son one night. He lives in Australia, and he just mentioned that he'd done an online quiz with some friends, and being a big quiz fan myself, I thought, oh, gee, that's a great idea. I may just try that with a few friends. So we went on Facebook Live that Saturday night. I honestly thought maybe 10 or 12 friends who are into quizzing would join. Well, that particular night it was viewed over 1,000 times, which completely blew us away. And it gave us an encouragement. Okay, maybe there's a demand for this. So tomorrow, coming up Saturday, will be the 9th of May. This will be our 7th quiz, and it's just grown. And folks have joined in from America, Canada, Turkey, Switzerland, Australia, Israel, yourselves in Cyprus. So it's totally blown us away, but it's been just exploiting the marvel that is the internet to connect people.
It has been a lot of fun. We've been with you since the start of that, and have been regulars on a Saturday night. It's been our regular thing to do, and looked forward to doing it. Never managed to beat the BTs yet, but we're hoping to do it maybe tomorrow. But yeah, it's been really great, and you've been really fun with it as well. You've done some unusual things. You want to tell some of the categories and things you've been doing?
Well, I mean, it started off pretty straightforward as a quiz, but then I guess I was just trying to find some extra fun. I mean, you could do quizzes all day that are just purely general knowledge or rounds on geography and history, and I love all of that. But I decided to mix in some music and movies, and I mean, I love those two things. And so, but just to take it another level, and so I've done some dressing up. I've used props and wigs and hats and such like the top hat I just showed you. And we've been filming little famous scenes from movies. And to be quite honest with you, though folks seem to have been enjoying it, we've had a blast doing it as well. And in the middle of such a serious time, and it's not to downplay the seriousness of what's going on right now, but in the midst of it, we all need some light relief. And I think that's been key to the success of the quiz, that folks have been able to join in on Saturday nights, kind of metaphorically let their hair down and just have a bit of fun. I think that's why it's worked.
Yeah, it certainly has. It's been quite a light relief, as you say, and it's been really positive and fun. You know, people have been able to take their mind off things that are going on around them, and just just even some funny comments going in as well. It's been a good laugh.
No, absolutely.
You've been really fun to
never even thought it was
see
charitable.
You doing some of your
the first night
pop
was,
impressions and your movie
one-off,
scenes.
Because
it's been a good
more
laugh.
Than that.
And
we continued,
also,
and just
people
a few
were
people
inspired
said,
to say,
how much
hey,
is it?
can
And
we
said,
donate to this? Because you weren't charging anything for this service.
But they said, well, could we make a donation? And therefore, given what's going on, of course, across the world, but we were thinking particularly in our own country with the NHS and the pressure that's on it, we found a charity that is supporting NHS staff, not so much supporting the NHS. I mean, that's, of course, government responsibility, but a charity that supports the people that are involved in the NHS, just trying to ease the burden, lighten the load for them at this time. And people have responded. Listen, it's not got to the level of Captain Tom, who's become a worldwide phenomenon, and he surpassed £30 million of fundraising. Let me just do that. Hats off to Captain Tom. Amazing. But nonetheless, we've raised thousands for the NHS charities, and that's a nice little spin-off from what was essentially just good fun.
Yeah, and we were just talking before the video here just about positivity and how that can help with health and people's attitudes and things like that. And I think certainly your quiz has been a source of positivity and light relief for all of us on a Saturday night. And I mean, I think the last time when we were there last Saturday, there was around about 300 people watching at the one time, which was quite amazing. Just how many people are actually online and doing this and seeing so many familiar names and people from all around the world, as you say. So,
Yeah.
yeah, thanks very
No,
much for
that's been
doing that.
great. Yeah, no problem. And yeah, there was 300 devices coming in, and then when you bear in mind that maybe there could be 2 or 3 people, watching the same device, it adds up to a lot of people, and it has been lots of fun, Chris. And positivity is so important right now. Um, uh, Folks have been kind enough to say it's been like the highlight of the week, which either says one of two things: one, that there's so little happening now that anything would be the highlight, or actually, in the midst of the sort of new routines that we're in with the restrictions imposed upon us, that to get together, not physically, but when we can connect online, when we can have fun, then that really works in terms of positivity and just helping people through this.
Excellent. And you've got a new job coming up as well, working as a moderator of the Church of Scotland. Congratulations for that role.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you're gonna be seeing that and in the light of our situation as well?
Well, it's a blank piece of paper. That's the bottom line. I mean, ordinarily, in normal circumstances, there would have been a pattern to my year as moderator that would have followed pretty tried and tested ways. But given that would all have been about gathering, meeting people, traveling, and given that all of those things are just off the map, so I've got a blank piece of paper. And to begin with, I was kind of really disappointed, thinking, oh, goodness, had to be this year. But the more I've got into it, the more I begin to think, well, maybe it's just right that this is a role that I've been called to this year, and to see what can be done with it. For me, it was never about prestige or honour or sort of climbing up the ranks or something like that. It was always about serving.
Yeah.
And while I ordinarily serve in a local parish situation, here was an opportunity to serve nationally. So though the circumstances have changed completely, the call upon me to serve, that is to serve God and to serve his church, that hasn't changed. And now I need to work out exactly how I'm going to do that.
Yeah, well, having known you for a number of years now and know how creative you are and how you love people, and I'm sure that with your creativity and your love for God and your love for people, you're going to see amazing things from what you do there. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what you put on this blank piece of paper.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris. I'm excited. It's going to be different, but that's good. And so a week on Saturday, that's the Saturday the 16th of May, 11 a.m. UK time, my installation into this new role as moderator will be live streamed, so people can latch onto that if they want to. And hey, if anybody is a prayerful person and wants to uphold me in prayer, then I will appreciate that massively.
Excellent. Well, Martin, thank you so much for joining us today on Some Good News in Cyprus. There's lots of news going on in the world. There's lots of difficult things right now, but it's really great to hear stories like yours that are giving some good news, some positivity in a time that we are in the world. Thanks very much.
Yeah, no problem at all, Chris. Great to connect, and best wishes to you and all the family.
Thank you.
Okay.